welcome to another episode of Expressions in Dance. I'm Elizabeth Morgan, and today we're going to be doing some fun Broadway and roaring 20s style movements. I wanted to begin with a couple of introductory quotes today. Here are your inspirational quotes for today. The first one says, "It's a beautiful day to start dancing," and certainly it is. No matter where you are, no matter what the weather, it's always a great day to dance. Second quote, this one is from The Great Gatsby, F. Scott Fitzgerald's own quote. "There are only the pursued, the pursuing, the busy, and the tired." Today, I'd like you to be the ones that are pursued, the ones that are pursuing your journey of learning to dance, the busy ones, so getting lots of movement done, and at the end of the episode, you can be the tired ones too. All right, we are ready to get started with the warm-up, so I'd like to make sure that you have some water nearby to be hydrated and a little bit of space around you to do a little bit of stretching and getting our bodies moving. Let's go. Welcome to your warm-up. You'll notice I've got a couple of props with me today. Feel free to find some things around your house that you might want to wear, and let's imagine that we are on Broadway today. Got some boas and some hats, lots of exciting things to make your dance experience more fun. We're going to start with just a shoulder roll. We will be using our shoulders today in our combination. So we'll roll those 8 times backwards. We're going times forward. Excellent. Put yourself in the mindset of someone who is on Broadway becoming a big star, or someone who's on the old vaudeville stages many, many years ago. So we're stretching to the side, elongating the body. Other side. Excellent. What I'd like you to do now is relax your knees and try to hang towards the front of your body, letting the lower back relax and just letting yourself sway, releasing that lower vertebrae. If you'd like to keep the knees straight, you can do that for an extra stretch. Good, and roll it all the way up. Excellent. Now, twisting side to side, getting that core engaged. So we're holding it tight and tall, but we are loosening it from side to side. Good. And let's do a little bit of neck isolations. We will be using our neck today. There is one particular part of our combination where we will need to make a sharp neck movement from side to side like this. So make sure you're holding your neck nice and tall, shoulders are relaxed. Imagine you have 2 tennis balls or oranges on your shoulders, keeping that neck nice and straight, but the shoulders relaxed. And again, engaging the core, making sure we're nice and tall. And let's do a couple of circles. And the other way. Good, gently release the neck. Excellent, let's go down onto the floor. We're going to start with some flexing and pointing today. So we've got our feet. You can turn out your legs or you can keep them parallel. Your body is staying nice and tall. And let's take one ankle and do a little bit of an ankle circle around to each direction. Again, depending on where you're dancing, you want to make sure that you have a really solid base from your ankle, that everything is in line. All 5 toes are on the ground when you are in a releve position. And at the same time, your ankles are strong and straight. Excellent. Let's take one leg out to the side. So we've got our body up nice and tall, nice strong arms, and reaching over. Excellent. Let's turn toward the leg, and I'm going to challenge you to walk towards your knee. So see if you can take your hands and just kind of go on a little journey here, getting the chest towards your knee. Great, let's try the other side. Again, always working out on both sides of the body. Nice and tall, and reach. Keep breathing through the stretch. Turn towards your leg, walking it down. Notice I'm trying to keep my knee nice and straight here. If you feel like that's really far to reach, just give a little relaxed reach here. And you can keep that foot flexed if it's easier. It's always a good idea to try to grab your toes at the end of something during a stretch. So we're extending and we're contracting that leg muscle. Awesome, let's lay on our tummies and we'll get our back stretched. So either here on the elbows with our neck nice and tall like a giraffe, or we're pressing all the way up and holding. Very good. Keeping those hips on the ground, and then stretch it back to a child's pose. Let's take our arms into a stretch. Now I'd like you to actually take your wrists and circle them. We'll be using a little bit of our wrist today, a little bit of what we call a Broadway arm. So you're either flexing it this way or dropping the wrist that way while keeping the arm nice and straight. And let's take our arms across. Nice little stretch here. Elbows behind. Stretch that tricep out. Again, keep nice and tall. So we're sitting as tall as we can. Our chin is up. We are proud and confident dancers. And other arm, tricep stretch. Very good. If you can, if you're super flexible, see if you can reach behind your back and connect those two arms. That's an extra stretch for you. And give yourself a big hug. And the opposite way, so we're stretching and releasing our pecs here. Excellent. One more stretch. Just a little stretch down here, so bending the back leg, reaching for that front foot. And again, it could be here. This could be the stretch for you, and that's totally okay as well. We're just reaching to see if we can go a little further each time. So each episode that you see if you can challenge yourself to just stretch that little tiny bit further than you did last time. And a little side lunge here. So we're lunging to the side. You could reach your arms up if you want. Give it a good stretch. Keep breathing. If you're dancing outside, you can enjoy the beautiful weather. Looking up at the sky. And the other side. Excellent. Okay, I'd like you to shake everything out one part at a time. And we're ready to get started with our dancing. Through the magic of TV, I have changed into something that is a little bit reminiscent of the flapper era. So we're going to be learning a couple of movements that go along with that dance style, along with that particular era and some of the time periods right after it. We're going to start with two particular types of turns today that are really important in our combination. We're going to begin with these because I would like you to practice them a little bit more before we get into our basic steps. So we're starting with the pirouette. This is what we call an inward pirouette. It's going inward instead of an outward rotation. We're starting in this particular combination with our feet in second position. And we're going to be lifting one leg. At this time, I'm lifting the left leg. We're going to be turning all the way around and we're going to be landing that turn. So for example, if I were to start, I might start with my hands like this, Broadway style, turning around and landing like so. Now, what's really tricky about this combination is we're going to go right from this turn to a turn in the opposite direction, and that turn is called a sail turn. Let me show you the pirouette again first, and then we'll get into the sail turn technique and what it's all about. So both are going to be inward rotation. That means that you follow the shoulder of the direction you're going, and the opposite leg is the one that is what we call the working leg, or the leg that's coming off the ground. So again, we start from a second position, our Broadway arms. We're bringing our foot up to what we call retire. You can hold your hands crossed, you can keep them on your hips, you can just hug yourself if you like, and we're turning all the way around and landing. What's really important with a pirouette is that we do get that foot all the way up to the knee. So you're seeing that it's right at the knee of the supporting leg. That is correct technique. It is also a parallel pirouette. That means we're not turning our leg out, we're not doing the ballet style, we're actually keeping it very much parallel. Imagine this thigh right here as a table. So it should be flat, 90 degrees. It should be up high enough that it feels like it's almost like a mini table right in front of you. Let's try that pirouette one more time. Here we go. Broadway arms ready, shoulders are nice and tall. Imagine yourself on a Broadway stage or a vaudeville stage and you're ready to go. On your mark, get set, go. Very good. Let's get into the sail turn now. So a sail turn is exactly what it says. Our body should look like a giant sail on a sailboat for this turn. What I'd like you to do first is take this position. So we have one leg extended, the other leg is in a slight knee bend or a plie. Our body is up tall. Now we're going to take our arms and make a diagonal that matches this leg that's out. So the same leg that's out is going to have the arm down, almost like it's parallel, copying that leg. The other arm is up in a teeter-totter position like this, all the way to the sky. So you can imagine if you were on a sailboat, this triangular shape that needs to happen with the body. So that's what the turn looks like when you're turning. Now we have to practice, how do we do this? Now this ground is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to do my best to stay totally straight up. But what you're doing essentially is you're lifting your heel off the ground, you're spinning around, inward turn again, inward rotation, and then you're landing and you're almost using this foot to brake, to stop it. So let's give it a try. Here we go. Arms are out, and we like to sometimes use our arms as part of that momentum, as long as your shoulders and your core stay tight. So all the way around and land. And I just dug a hole in my grass. So if you're on a smooth surface, you're going to have a much easier time of doing that turn. Sometimes you can even try doing 2 rotations instead of 1. Let's try it one more time. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of momentum to start. I'm stepping into the turn like so. Again, lifting the heel. This arm is out nice and tall, and we're spinning. On your mark, get set, go. There you go. And you can see that I used this foot, putting the heel down, to also stop that turn. So if you're practicing at home, you can use this foot as a brake, you can use this heel as a brake. To put those 2 steps together, this is probably the most difficult part of the combination today. You are going to start with that turn, immediately going into the second turn. So it would look something like this. Pirouette, roll, like that. So you're going one way, stop it the other way. It's kind of a fun way to go. Let's go to another step that we're going to be using in the combination. That's our basic Charleston. But today we're doing it from the side. So we're going side to side. Instead of going front and back, which we've done before, like so, I'd like you to have your body facing one side, and part of the combination is on the other side. We want to really show the tilting forward and back of this step. That's part of the visual. If you were on a big stage in front of a live Broadway audience, the bigger you can do it, the better. So we want to make things over-exaggerated during these steps. I'm stepping with my right foot first. I'm kicking my left foot, a little flick kick, just a tiny one, and then back down. Now, I'm going to lean. If you want to not kick and you want to just place the toe, you can do that too. So here, lean, here, lean. Here, lean, here, lean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Let's try the other foot. And again, you'll find that you have one foot that's easier for you to accommodate than the other. That's totally okay. All I encourage you to do is practice on both sides to strengthen both sides equally if possible. We're stepping on this side on the left foot. So to go over it very slowly. 1 here, 1 back. Left, point, right, left. Left, right, right, left. Now get that lean in there, big. There you go. You'll notice with my arms, I'm flexing those hands. I call them penguin arms, like a little penguin walking in the Antarctic. We want to make sure that our arms are straight, our elbows are straight, but our wrists are really pulled back here. And you can actually even practice stretching like that with your wrists. So there's the Charleston. Let's try another step. This one is called a flick kick, and we're doing it with a ball change today. So it looks like so. We're kicking up, just a little kick from the knee like this. Try it on each side. A flicking motion, like you're kicking something out of the way. Okay, so we're going just from the knee. The upper part of the leg doesn't really move so much. We're going here, then the other side, and then a kick, step, ball, change. Let's look at that again, and I'll start on the opposite leg. So you're going a small kick, down, a small kick, down, a small kick, step, ball, change. Let's try it on both sides consecutively now. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 1, 2, or 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. That's what it looks like. When we do the combination, you'll be able to add a hop to that as well. Let's try one more step today, and that is the twizzle. And then after that, we'll get to our beautiful Broadway style, roaring 20s style combination. So for a twizzle, we are rotating our feet like so. Okay, your knees need to go in and out, so just practice that. Inverted and turned out. And we're stepping and then placing the foot almost like a dig and a turn at the same time with the ankle. So again, important reason why we do our ankle warm-ups. So here, here, then we're going to step back, here, here. I'll do it one more time for you. Use your arms to balance. Maybe it's here, maybe you're holding on to a counter at home. That's okay too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 6, 7, 8. That's quick, but it's a really great step for some cardio work and also for working on, as I said, inverting and turning out the legs, which is a really important part of dance. Let's get hydrated and then we'll get ready to start our combination. Hope everyone is hydrated and ready to go. Let's begin with the beginning of our combination. This one's exciting because it starts right away, so you have to be ready for that music, almost like you're waiting for those white lights of Broadway to come on and you're already center stage. So keep that in your mental picture as we start this dance routine. We're going to start with 4 snaps and bounces. So our feet are together, jazz first parallel, toes and ankles together. And we're bouncing 1, 2, 3. Now it's much faster when we get up to tempo with the music. So we're doing that, and then after that we have shoulder shrugs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can walk with those or you can just bounce. It's up to you. From there, we have a little bit of a knee lift. So there's again 4 of them. So we've got sets of 4 at the beginning of this routine. The snaps 4 times, shoulder shrugs, or you can do them together if that's easier for you. And then we have the step knee. Step knee with a little contraction. Notice I am making my stomach concave. I'm pushing my belly button back to the back of my spine. Okay, so as the knee comes up, your body contracts around it. We're also snapping over it. Notice where my foot's going, right beside the knee. Okay, so it's coming up really high and neat. Okay, closing the position. So we start 1, 2, 3, 4, shoulders, 2, 3, 4, knees, 2, 3, 4. Then we shimmy down, a little shimmy, and jump to second position. That is the intro. Again, pretty quick. Let's see if I can do it up to speed for you here. 5, 6, 7, and 1. Knees, shimmy, like that. Now we're ready to start the first set of steps. We're going to the side with a quick grapevine, followed by a Charleston and a little bit of showy hands. Show me your jazz hands here. So we're going side to side. You'll need about 6 feet on each side to be able to do this. We're doing a grapevine forward, back, a quick grapevine after that. Okay, so I'll show you that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Then we're turning to the side. We're doing a little step touch with the jazz hands. So we're going towards the camera or towards your audience, away from your audience. And then a little Charleston to the side, just like what I was talking about. Again, you can just keep it to a step touch if you want. Like so. From there, windmill arms over to a touch. I'll go over all of that again, and then we actually just repeat it to the other side. So here we go. So we just finished the shimmy and the jump to second position. We do grapevine, little ball change, down, and then we go right foot, left, left, right, all the way over to the other side. Repeating to the left, or for you it might be your right. Start with the grapevine. I have my hands here. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, all the way over to here. Then a step touch towards your audience with jazz hands. This time we go into a Charleston starting on the left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arms all the way over. That's part 1 of your routine. Let's review it one more time really quickly. So we did snaps, shrugs, Knees. Shimmy. You can make this step small. Charleston. Over. Breathe. Other side. Charleston left. There you go. We finished with our tuck after we did our grapevine, our step touches, and our Charleston. So what we're going to do at this point in the song is we're actually going to employ those flick kicks that we worked on earlier in the episode. Now they are quick to be up tempo with the music. They're actually 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So we do that 2 times. After that, we're going to take a big shimmy down. So we're going to dip our hips and point to the right side. So our hip is going over to the right. At the same time, we're shaking our shoulders. We're doing it to the other side as well. So let's put that together. We'll go slowly. 5, 6, 7, and. Kick, step, ball, change, kick, step, ball, change. And then we do shimmy down and up, shimmy down and up. From there, you already know this part, it's the turns. We're doing the 2 turns together. So we spin this way, other side. Let's try it up to speed. I hope you're ambitious today. This is a quick one. So from the flick kicks, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shimmy. Quick turns. There you go. So you can have a lot of fun spinning around your living room or your kitchen doing those turns. The next step that we do after we finish our sail turn, and hopefully you have a smoother surface there to work with, we're doing this. So we're putting our hands on our pockets, popping one foot, 4 hips. So it's what we call pelvic isolation or a hip isolation. So you're just shaking one hip towards the camera, towards your screen, 4 times. Then we switch sides to the other side. So you're doing a quick ball change there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let me show you that up to speed. So we finished our turn. We're going to close it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty easy. So that'll give you some extra work on your core there when you're doing that part. We're ready for our flashy, showy end to our combination for today. So we finished our hip isolations like so, 4 of them. Hands are on your pockets. We're going to do just a step together, step, touch. We're bouncing through it. So watch the feet first and then we'll add the shoulders in. So it goes bounce, 2, 3, 4. We only go one way with this combination. So we're using our shoulders like this and our penguin arms. Watch the arms and feet together. Here we go. 1, together, 1, together. Pretty easy. That's like a breather part. After that, we get a little bit fancy here. Watch carefully. We're using what we call a croisé position. That's a French word that means to cross your working leg in front of the back leg. We're going all the way down, reaching all the way up, and using those Broadway arms again, nice and strong. If you don't want to do sort of the gentle arms, then you can just reach down, reach up, and be back here. Okay, so there's lots of different ways that you can adapt your own flavor to that. Let's go back to the step together. Here we go. And step 1, together, 1, together. Then we go croisé, reach down, up. Now I alluded in the introduction today in our warm-up that you're going to need to do a neck isolation. So that is what it is. We go down, arms are here, chin is tall, we go back, front. From there, 2 easy cross points. We've done these before. You can do whatever arms you like from that part. And then we step back. We're starting to go away from our audience. And sugars, which look like this. We've done them before in previous episodes. And then strike a pose. And that's it. You're all done. Now that we've learned the different parts of the combination, let's put it all together with the music. Let's go. Knees, shimmy, step touch, Charleston right, windmill, other way, step touch, Charleston left. Windmill. Flick kicks are coming. Nice flick. Down. Big turns, here we go. You got this. Hip. Other side. And quasi position, reach. Look, cross, point, step it back. Sugars. Pose. You've got it, take your Broadway bow. Lovely work, everybody. Make sure that you spend some time cooling down, gentle movement side to side. Make sure that you stretch your body out and keep breathing, and again, of course, keep hydrating. I wanted to give you today's organization of the episode. Thinking on the terms of getting outside, because we are here outside, try to look up conservationontario.ca. Have a look at some of our conservation areas. Getting outside in nature and exercising is one of the most healthy and rejuvenating experiences that you can have. And the beauty of it is you can do it at your own pace, whether it's at the beach, a difficult hiking trail, kayaking or canoeing, or other activities that involve movement at your own pace. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your Broadway debut. And I'm Elizabeth Morgan. Keep dancing.